Hey friends, it's Jessie here. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. We are setting up for August today. I am so excited for a new month and a fresh start. I always look forward to a new month, and August starts on a Monday. A new month, a new week. So ready for it. Well, I will be once I get my budget set up. So if you're interested in seeing how I set up my August budget in my budget printables here, just keep on watching. Okay, for August, I have these absolutely beautiful sunflowers. I have been looking forward to using this collection of printables since I designed them. I do have my printable shop down below where you can find all of these beautiful sunflower themed printables. I have them dated and undated, so you can use them any month of the year. You can use them every month of the year if that's what you want to do. I'm going to be using them for August. I have my dated add-on here so that I have my calendar, and we're going to set up my August budget today. I'm not going to be working in my calendar today. I'm going to set this up either off camera or in a separate video. What we're going to be filling out together today is my 2-page hybrid budget. If you're not familiar with the hybrid budgeting method, it is a method of budgeting that I came up with here that allows me to budget both monthly as well as weekly. I like to have an overall look at what we're going to spend throughout the month, but I do things like grocery shopping and variable spending week to week. This is the best of both worlds. It allows me to have everything for the month at a glance in one 2-page spread here, and this is what we're going to fill out today. So if you've never seen my hybrid budget, this is what it looks like. There's a section up here to track your income for the month. I'm not going to be filling in income for the month because we keep that private, but I will be giving you a total that we're going to be working with for the month. It's a higher total this month because we've got a ton of money going out in August. It promises to be a very expensive month. I've got the section here where I can break down all of my monthly expenses. So we'll break down all the bills that I need to pay throughout the month. And I'll also write in my overall monthly budget for my variable expenses, things like groceries, eating out, that sort of thing. I'll write in my target that I want to hit for the month. But then I'll use these weekly sections here. And there is a section for each week of the month. August for me does have 5 weeks. That is, we'll get paid 5 times in the month of August. So I'll be using each one of these weekly sections to break down more in depth what we spent for those variable expenses. So you'll see here when I write in the monthly section that I'll have a monthly grocery budget, and then we'll go in each week, write in what we spent, what we have remaining, just to keep us on track for, meeting that monthly goal. There's a section here for savings where I can break down any savings challenges I'm doing or any extra money that I want to put into savings. There's also this sinking funds section here where I can break down how much money I want to set aside in each of my various sinking funds. And then there's a little section here to break down debt payments, what I pay, whether it be minimum payments or extra debt payments. Those can get broken down here. It's all on this beautiful 2-page spread with the fun sunflowers across the top to keep me smiling, because sometimes budgeting can be stressful and really pretty budget printables make it a little less so for me. All right, let's get into this August budget. By the way, I haven't punched my printables just yet. The way that I do things is I print out the worksheets that I want to use for the month, and I print them back to back because my printer is capable of doing that, so that, as I'm turning the pages, I've got everything I need. And then I punch them and I put them into a little planner system here, which is by Happy Planner. So I have Happy Planner discs and a Happy Planner cover, but everything else Like inside the planner is all of my budget inserts. So that's what I do. I haven't punched these yet. I figured it might be easier for me to just fill everything out and then punch it at the end, which is not what I usually do, but decided to do it. Plus, I didn't want to drag my big arc punch down off the shelf before I sat down to film this, so laziness won today. I do use a big arc punch though to punch all of my printables, and if I remember, I will link the one that I use down below. It works great with the Happy Planner discs. All of my printables are on 8.5 by 11 paper, so it's a full letter size sheet. So it's the big Happy Planner that I use, the big Happy Planner accessories. All right, enough rambling. Let's get started. And mostly we're going to be filling in this section today, the monthly section, though I will break down what I plan to pay to debt, as well as sinking funds. We're going to stuff the sinking funds, but we'll do that in a separate video. So yeah, let's stop yammering and let's get on to it. So the amount that I am working with, I'm going to zoom you guys in so you can see a little bit better here. It's going to sound like a lot. We're going to be working with $7,000. That's not how much we earn or plan to earn in the month of August. That's a lot of different things. We do have 5 paydays in August. We get paid on Tuesday, my husband as well as myself. My husband is our primary breadwinner. He's the one that makes all the money. I have a little small business here with my YouTube channel and my Etsy shop where I bring in just a teeny tiny amount. But we're going to throw all that into the till. We've also got some money that we rolled over from last month. So it seems like a lot of money, and it is. We've got a ton going out this month. So let's just break it down, shall we? So starting out with our just typical monthly bills, the things that we have to pay every single month. I do have a little rough draft budget here off to the side that I'm going to be referencing, so let's just get this going. All right, first up, lot rent. We own our mobile home, free and clear. We paid it off in spring of 2020, I believe, but we live in a mobile home community. We don't own the land. We just have a little lot here in our little trailer park, and we have to pay lot rent, and that's $553 a month. Goes up every year, but that's what it is right now. When we first moved in here 10, 11, 12 years ago, however long it's been, we paid like $365, and it's gone up and up and up and up, as has everything, right? Everything is just crazy expensive these days. Next up, we have water. I always budget $50 for our water bill, and this month is no exception. Cable is our high-speed internet. We also have cable TV lumped in there. We have a deal, actually, that the mobile home community set up with our local cable provider. We pay $70 a month. That's the high-speed internet and the TV. I'll be honest, we don't really watch the TV, but just for high-speed internet, it would actually cost us more to go through our cable provider on our own than it does to go through our mobile home community, so why would we pay more for less? So $70 I'm going to budget there. Next we have HBO. This is HBO Max. As I said, we have the cable TV, but we don't watch a lot of the cable TV. We love our streaming services. We have quite a few of them. One of them that we use regularly is HBO Max. I smeared my pen. You guys see that? I'm using this Pilot G2. These used to be my absolute favorite pens, and I haven't reached for one in a really long time, and now I remember why, because they've been smearing on me. Anyways, HBO, we're gonna budget $16 for that. Another streaming service that we've been using lately is Paramount Plus, so we gotta pay for that, and that is right around $10 a month. We kind of go back and forth between what streaming services we use. We've got the core ones, right, like Disney Plus, which we pay for annually, so you won't see that here under our monthly expenses. We have Hulu, which my oldest son actually pays for. My oldest son is 19, still living at home. He kind of makes his own money, does his own thing, but one of the things that he does to contribute to the household is he pays for Hulu. We have Paramount Plus that we just kind of signed up for. When we get tired of Paramount Plus, we'll cancel that, maybe go to a different one. And then of course we have Netflix, which I keep trying to convince my family to let me cancel because I think it's like the worst of the streaming services these days, but they won't let me. So you'll see Netflix show up a little bit later. I kind of put the bills in order of when they kind of come out of my account. So next we have Boost. This is our mobile phone provider. We pay $120 a month for 4 lines of unlimited talk, text, data. It's a great plan and it's super affordable. Next up we have DTE. We are on a budget billing plan with DTE. So essentially they take our whole year's worth of usage, they divide it by 12, and we pay the exact same amount every month. Once a year in July, they go in and they figure out everything that we used for the year, everything that we paid for the year. If we paid less than the overall amount, then we'll get a little bit of a credit and our overall bill will go down. If we used more, then the bill goes up a little bit. So we have to kind of true up the difference this month. So we did use more than we paid, which always seems to be the case because, again, prices of everything keep going up. So we have to pay a little bit more this month to kind of make up the difference. We usually pay $193 a month. This month there was still a balance that we had to catch up on, so we're paying a little bit more this month, and then starting next month that budget billing amount is going to go up a little bit to hopefully offset the cost. Now, we just put in new windows in my home. We also fixed a bunch of the vent work that was falling down under our home. Like I said, we live in a mobile home. So I am hoping that some of those changes that we've made, we're also looking into the possibility of getting a new like air conditioner, furnace. That's going to be a whole huge amount of money that has to go out. But we're hoping that these changes that we've made will help our energy usage overall go down, and in the long run we'll pay less. Because it seems crazy to me that we live in such a teeny tiny little place and we're paying so much in electric. How about I tell you guys what the budget is, huh? DTE this month, we're going to pay $230. So that's going to cover the little bit of extra that we owed, plus our regular payment. Next month it's going up. I believe they said it was going to be $203 a month now instead of $193. So $10 more a month. And hopefully next month when they do our billing again, they reconfigure everything, this price will go down with all of the household maintenance and things that we've done. We'll see. I'll keep you guys updated. Very rambly today. I'm just feeling really great about a new month. All right, Michigan Gas. This is our gas for our home. We're also on a budget billing plan with them, and it's $67 a month, which is much more affordable than our DTE. All right. Planet Fitness. This is my gym membership. I have been on a Planet Fitness kick lately. My youngest son and I have been going nearly every weekday, along with a friend of his. The two boys are lifting weights and trying to bulk up. Myself, I'm trying to slim down. I'm not doing a very good job of actually losing weight. I've only lost about 9 pounds, but I've been going to the gym and walking. I am extremely obese and I have mobility issues with a bad back and stuff, so I can't do a lot, but I've been getting on the treadmill and walking and really taking advantage of this Planet Fitness membership. So for once, I feel great about the fact that it's only $10 a month. Usually I'm like throwing that $10 away because I'm not going, right? But lately I've been going and I've been feeling really great about it. I have been posting updates on my Instagram stories, which I'm really, really bad about using my Instagram in general and my Instagram stories, but I've been trying to get better. So if you don't follow me on Instagram and you're interested in that sort of thing, sometimes I throw up budget related stuff and lifestyle stuff, lots of selfies on there. You can follow me on Instagram. It's at Jwhackers. I always have it in the description box below if you are interested in finding that and all my other social media. I'm not great about it, but I'm trying to get better. Okay. Next we have motorcycle insurance. My husband has a motorcycle. I'm gonna be honest, you guys, he has not ridden that motorcycle in a couple of years. And I keep trying to get him to sell it, and he keeps hemming and hawing about it, so we'll see if he ever does. But for now, it's full coverage insurance, and it's 18 bucks a month, so it's not really costing us a ton. Car insurance, we are going to budget $200. That's for my Subaru Forester, as well as a golf cart and a a camper. So, not too bad considering Michigan has like the highest insurance premiums ever. Alright, then we have YouTube Premium. I love my YouTube Premium, not having to watch the ads on YouTube videos, but still being able to make sure that I'm providing for all of the creators that I love to watch. Creators do still get paid, you guys, if you have YouTube Premium and you don't watch the ads. I don't know how it works, I don't know how they figure it out, but I do know that they still get paid even if you have the YouTube Premium. So it is $18 a month and well worth it for me because I watch YouTube more than anything else. I have YouTube on in the background constantly. I love supporting my fellow budgeters and my fellow YouTubers, so there's that. Then we have Netflix. Told you guys you'd be seeing that pop up. And Netflix is, what, $16 a month that I'm paying now. And I think that's the plan with like 2 screens. We have so many streaming services. If more than 2 TVs wants to watch, or if more than 2 people want to watch TV at the same time, and Netflix, the number of screens has been hit, you know, they can watch something else. We can take turns with Netflix because I'm not paying any more than that. Like I said, Netflix is like the worst of the streaming services. Alright, and then you may have noticed, if you watch my budget videos every single month, hey Jesse, you skipped some stuff. You're right, I did. I'm going to do things a little bit differently this month, and I'm going to, in this monthly section, lump together all of the debt payments that I plan to make, and then I will break them out individually in that little debt portion of my worksheet, which I don't even know what I did with that worksheet now. It's here somewhere. I'll find it. I'll break it down later, but just know for now that the amount that we plan to pay in debt this month, that includes minimum payments on our car, our credit cards, that sort of thing, is $1,256. Like I said, I'll break that down after a bit. Alright, so that's the debt payments we plan to make. Next up, we're going to talk about the variable spending. So, grocery is next. Last month, I combined grocery, household, eating out. It was all one huge category. And I'm not doing that this month. We're still going to have the grocery and household items together in one line item because that just makes sense. I don't shop for those things separately. I go to Walmart, I buy it all in one place. So grocery and household items are going to be one line item called grocery, and the amount that I'm going to budget for that is $1,000. So that's seems like a lot, and it is. But that's what we're going with this month, and then we're going to break out our eating out as a separate line item, and we're going to budget $250 for that. I'm hoping we won't spend that much, but knowing us, we will, so might as well plan for it. For gas, we're budgeting a ton of money for gas. Because we have 5 paychecks, we plan on filling up 5 times. Nowadays, it's costing us about $60 every time we fill up. We've got a ton of things coming down the pipeline in August. We've got camping trips. We've got soccer season officially starting, so there's going to be lots of games and practices and workouts to get to. So we're budgeting $300 for gas. I'm really hoping that at the end of the month we'll come in under that and it won't cost quite that much, but I want to have it just in case. And that's why I said we're budgeting a lot this month, because I really tried to inflate these numbers and make sure that we don't go over budget. We've been going over budget so much. All right, spending. Now, you guys are going to probably have your jaws hit the floor when you see how much money I'm setting aside for spending. This category is for the spending money that I give myself, my husband, and my youngest son. So it's my son's allowance, it's the spending money that my husband uses every week, and the spending money I use every week. And I have drastically upped the amount of spending money that I give myself, but it's for a reason. So first, let me tell you how much we're setting aside for spending money this month, and it's $700, which seems like a lot when you're in debt, which we are. We have some debt. Our goal this year hasn't been so much to pay debt as rapidly as possible. It's just been to kind of stay above water with the prices of everything going up. And that's where this comes in. So I took a lot of our sinking funds away and have built the money into our spending instead. So like, I don't have a clothing sinking fund anymore. If I want to buy clothes from one of my subscriptions like Stitch Fix or Wantable, or if I want to buy jewelry or makeup or anything like that, that used to all be in sinking funds, it's not anymore. I'm counting it as spending now. So I'm giving myself $60 a week, my husband $60 a week, and then Austin still gets that same $20 a week for his allowance. So that is $140 a week essentially, and there's 5 paydays. Is that right? Did I do that math right? 140 times 5, yeah, is $700. So we're gonna do $700 for the month of August. We'll pay ourselves every Tuesday. We'll see how that works. I can always change it down the line, but that's what we're going with this month. How much do you give yourself in spending money? Let me know. Everybody does things differently. There's no wrong way to budget, you guys. Okay, now that we have come to terms with how much we're planning on doing in spending money, we also have a miscellaneous category for anything else that comes up throughout the month that we don't have covered here. And we're giving ourselves $200 for miscellaneous money this month. That's twice as much as usual. Usually it's $100, but as I mentioned, we've got soccer season starting up, and I have no idea what we're gonna need in terms of like cash to have on hand. So I wanna make sure we're prepared. $200 is what we're doing. If we spend less, great. I'm hopeful that we will, but I don't want to budget our usual 100 and then be short. So I just budgeted 200 so we'd be sure. All right, savings. So this is for my savings challenge. You guys know, if you've been watching me for a while, I do the 50 envelope challenge, and I set aside just a little bit of money each month saving for a future car for my son. My son's 14. He can actually start driver's training at 14 and 9 months, which is coming up here really soon. We made a deal with him, as we did with our oldest son. If he wants to pay for the driver's training and he wants to pay the car insurance, we'll buy him the car. But we're not buying him a brand new car. We're gonna buy him a beater. We paid like $1,500, I think, for my oldest son's car. It'll probably cost a little bit more than that for my youngest son's car, just because used cars aren't as cheap as they used to be. But we're talking about like a $3,000 beater for a first car. And we've just been saving a little bit here and there so that when he's 16, we can buy him a car. Start now. That way it's like not $3,000 all at once or $6,000 or however much it's going to cost. I don't have any idea what the used cars market's going to be like in a couple of years, so we're saving for it now. I've already selected the 4 envelopes that I'm going, oh, you know what? It should be 5, right? Technically it should be 5 because there's 5 paychecks in August. But I'm not going to screw up my budget by reconfiguring everything now. We're going to go with 4. It's a 50 envelope challenge and there's 52 weeks in a year, so if I skip a week, it's not going to kill me. So we're just going to go with 4 envelopes in August, and the ones that I selected added up to $95. $95, not too shabby. All right, sinking funds. So last month, I set aside $1,000 that I was going to put towards sinking funds, and that's what this money is. But I'm not going to write in $1,000 here because we had some stuff come up. My husband got a speeding ticket. Yep, I have no idea how much it's going to cost to pay that, but I pulled a couple of $100 out of that savings that we had set aside for sinking funds to set aside. in case it's that much. Plus there's some other stuff going on. So we're gonna put $800 into sinking funds. And that's just gonna have to work. I'm not gonna write in my ticket here, or my husband's ticket rather, not my speeding ticket, I don't speed. But it'll show up here at some point as an unbudgeted expense, even though technically I'm budgeting for it by not putting that extra $200 into sinking funds. That's how I've chosen to do it. Did I mention there's no wrong way to budget? Okay, so that's sinking funds. I'm gonna break down the plan for those sinking funds again later, but just know that $800 is gonna go there. Then we have rollover, which is a category that I will use at the beginning of next month for sinking funds. So this $800 is part of what we rolled over from last month. There was other rollover, there was other stuff happening, but that's where that's coming from. And this rollover is to go towards sinking funds next month, as well as any other things. And the amount that we hope to roll over, if everything goes well, is $1,021. That's kind of what's left of this $7,000 after we pay everything else. If I did my math right, and you guys know that math's not my strong suit, we're gonna add everything up and see if I totally messed it up. And if I did, we'll be pulling out a bunch of whiteout because this is not an erasable pen. But that's the plan. Now, if any of this stuff comes in under budget, we'll have more to roll over. Great, that's the hope. If any of this stuff comes over budget, then we'll have less to roll over, which means less for sinking funds, less to move into next month. We have other money and other things going on with our budget outside of this. This is just what I choose to share on the internet. So, you know, we have an emergency fund, we have other stuff. We'll be fine one way or another, but this is the plan for this $7,000. It seems like such a lot when I say it out loud, $7,000, but we had a lot of stuff happening, lots going on. All right, is that everything? We're gonna go ahead and write in an unbudgeted line item. It's always the hope to have nothing unbudgeted. We're gonna say that we have nothing budgeted for unbudgeted, but I already know I'm gonna have to write in whatever my husband's speeding ticket ends up costing. So we'll see. We'll see how it all shakes out. Let's do some math. Okay, I've got my calculator here, and I don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see it. So let me see if I can up this brightness and position it so that there's not a huge glare. Yeah, that should work. And let's get adding. No, you guys, I missed something, or I messed something up. Because this is supposed to add up to 7,000, and it doesn't. So what did I miss? Okay, so I just can't calculate. $7,000 is our total. So if everything goes as planned, we'll have $7,000 accounted for here. I will come in once a week and write in the actual amounts as things happen, and we'll kind of see if we can stick to this budget. Like I said, I raised a lot of our categories. I really wanted to make sure that we came in under budget overall. So hopefully we will. You guys will have to wait and see, as will I. Okay, let me find that second page of my worksheet here. Here it is, and let's fill in a couple other things. So, first thing I need to fill in is savings. So, which envelopes am I planning to fill this month? It's the 100 envelope savings challenge we talked about. I have the envelopes that I've pulled right here. We're not going to stuff them right now, but we pulled the number 35, 33, 23, and 4. So let me just double check my math here. 23 plus 4 plus 33 plus 35 is $95, and that is what we said, right? Yep, 95. So I'm just gonna write these envelopes in here. 4, 23, 33, 35, so that we have it all broken down. So obviously the amounts that are budgeted are the same, and the amounts that actually go in there will also be the same. So that's a total of that $95, as we said. So that's how we broke down our savings. Now let's break down the debt payments. So we said, can you guys even see all this? I got you zoomed in too far, don't I? Let's just make it fit. There we go. So for debt payments, we said our overall budget was $1,256. How does that break down? Okay, we have a camper payment, and the amount we budget for that is $200. We have a golf cart. It's actually a UTV, but I call it a golf cart because I don't like to be accurate. $150. We have a Subaru payment of $650. We have a minimum payment on my Ashley card of $156, and a First Merchants Bank card of $100. So that's where all of the debt payments are going to go. Let's just add it up and make sure. 200 plus 150 plus 650 plus 156 plus 100, 1256. That is what we said. So we're good to go. 1256. So that's the way that I do it with this hybrid budget. This is kind of the overall amount, and this is all broken down. Then we have sinking funds. I'm going to go ahead and write my sinking funds in here, and I'm going to leave the budgeted amounts blank for now because I don't want to spoil that video. It's up here. You guys couldn't see it. I'm going to be filming a sinking funds envelope stuffing you'll see later on this week. So I don't want to spoil the amounts, but I will go ahead and write in my categories. There we go. So those are the categories: camping, car, celebrate, Christmas, holidays, home insurance, hunting, medical, school, and subscriptions. We know we're going to put a total of $800 in there, but I'm going to keep the budgeted amounts private for now. Stay tuned for that video. Alright guys, so that's everything that I'm going to do in this video today. That's my entire August budget. Let me zoom out. Whoop, there we go. That is a look at everything. I will come in once a week. We'll figure out how much we spent in the variable categories and write in the actual amounts of bills as they come in. But we're all set up for August here in my hybrid budget. Still have some other August budgeting to do. You'll see some more August videos coming soon. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up. That really helps out my channel. Every time you interact with one of my videos, whether it's giving it a thumbs up, leaving a comment, obviously if you subscribe, if you share the videos with your friends, all of those things help support my channel. So I really appreciate your support. I do have my Etsy shop linked down below for any of the budget printables you saw today, and lots and lots and lots and lots of other ones. So if you're in the market for some budget worksheets, head on over there, check it out. I do have a coupon code that'll take 15% off your order. That'll help you out a little bit with your budget, right? I think I've said everything I need to say, so thanks for tuning in. Take great care. Hope you have an amazing August, and I'll see you guys back here soon. Bye.